Brought to you by the EveryDollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
I was in a car accident not too long ago, and because of that, I do have a backup car that I'm currently in, and it's a 1996 Chevy Blazer, and it runs good. It has AC, it has a heater. It's perfect as is. But I do commute a lot, so I'm looking to buy a car. I do have money cash to buy one, but my dad used to be a car salesman, and he was saying that I shouldn't use this money to buy the car out cash, that I should get comfortable with paying a little bit of down payment and then make it adjust so that way I'm comfortable with the monthly payment that I receive. But I don't like the idea of debt. I don't like the idea of paying interest because you're paying money for essentially money that you don't have. So I don't really understand that part, but I want a second opinion.
Well, I'm going to caveat this by saying I'm sure your dad is a lovely, wonderful, intelligent man, but he has been brainwashed by the car industry. And can I tell you, car salesmen have some of the worst money habits, if I had to generalize, that I've ever seen in my life. Have you seen these TikTok videos that have been going viral? They go to car dealerships, and they go to the staff at the car dealership, and they say, what is your payment? What car? These people have like $900 a month payments on these cars.
Right.
They are so all about their ego. They want to look good. Then they say, well, you got to get a new car. It's like asking a dentist if you should get your cavity filled. And so I would strongly encourage you to not take your dad's advice when it comes to buying this car.
I think it's kind of like somebody who packages drugs, telling you that a little bit of drugs are okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a little bit too biased. He's a little too close to it. And this idea that we have to just get comfortable with the payment is insane. That's why we're so broke in America, is because we said, well, if I can afford the payment, I'll be fine. And then one day, something happened. Life happened. You couldn't afford the payment. You realize you have no margin to actually live your life or invest. Yeah. And so I would strongly encourage you to use the money you have to buy a car with cash you can actually afford. Yeah. That's how Grandma did it. Yeah. So how much cash do you have?
I'm comfortable spending 15, but I could spend up to 20.
Oh.
You got 20 grand in cash.
That's a great car.
Just to spend on the car. This is outside of an emergency fund?
That's the 5,000 extra would be from the emergency fund. So the 15 is separate.
Let's call it 15 out the door is what you're wanting. So when you go to shop for a car, you're always looking for the out the door price. And here's the first question they're going to ask. What payment are you looking for? Right? First question they ask if you call a car dealership. That's the key word that you're about to get scammed. Because all they're looking to do is get you comfortable with the payment, and you are then not focused on what the car is actually costing you.
Right. That makes sense.
So that's it. I would be searching an independent used car dealership for this car and searching online to do some research.
I want to throw an idea at you, George, that I've been kicking around in the old noggin. Okay?
I've always wondered what's going on up there.
Well, nobody really wants to know. Quick question. If you use cash and you buy an older car, a classic, not an old junker, but a classic antique car, fix it up, that car now becomes more valuable the longer you have it.
Potentially.
No, if it's the right car. I've got one in my garage.
Yes.
It keeps going up.
Cars can hold their value if you're buying some of these
I
antiques.
think that's people ought to be doing more of that.
It's not a depreciating Then I'm scared to drive it.
No, it's totally fine. Think about it, George. Come back to me later.
Create your free EveryDollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.